So how did Robert Jackson Bennett win both awards this year with his novel The Tainted Cup, when he's known to be a straight white man and identity causes one to be a pariah in modern publishing? The answer is simple. He played the game. So if you don't know the background, both the Hugo Awards and the World Fantasy Awards have been jokes over the last decade, with the latter getting less attention than the former. The Hugo Awards caused particular controversy in the mid-2010s when a group led by Larry Correia called itself the Sad Puppies, noticing that the awards were increasingly given to books based on author identity and political virtue signaling rather than quality works. The result was the Hugo Awards changing the rules for their voting in 2017, which led to a complete domination of nearly all women winning the award every year, or presenting as women. So men pretending to be women, they can win too. But for the best novel category, a man has not won the award since 2015, which is statistically impossible in science fiction if the narrative of publishing holds that men dominate the genre. They always say, for an example, that we need more women in science fiction. We need women-only spaces. We need science fiction to be more inclusive of women and the like, because it's such a man-dominated genre. And that's exactly why they do this all the time, right? And so if that's the case, how could there be 10 years of women winning the awards and sweeping it like this if men are 80% of the genre? Well, for the real readers and the real people out there who don't win these awards, men are 80% of the genre, maybe even 90%. But it doesn't matter. Within these publishing circles, it's all women. You don't even get published these days for the most part unless you are a woman. That's just how it goes. But we'll get to why this guy broke through this in a second. Even though it's not as surrounded by controversy, the World Fantasy Award has done similar. Though 2 books won in 2018, one of which of the 2 was penned by a man. They had a co-winner. The only year that a man actually won the award outright was by total coincidence, also 2015. Notice how both of them changed and both did the same direction at the same time. They're both controlled by the publishing industry and, of course, voted on and propagated by publishing industry insiders. Since then, it's been a feminist nightmare for sci-fi and fantasy literary scene until this year, when author Robert Jackson Bennett finally broke the streak. So how did he come to prominence?